October 14th, 2023, KSI fought Tommy Fury in Manchester in the AO Arena, and KSI got his first ever loss. It's been almost a year since that has happened and KSI has not had a single fight. We all thought that KSI just lost the motivation to box, but he did have an upcoming fight against Slim and Anthony Taylor in Dublin, but he had to pull out the fight because of his injury. Since that, obviously a lot has happened with Jake Paul fighting Mike Perry, Jake Paul fighting other different fighters as well, and he's really evolving. But KSI came back to YouTube boxing in order to fight Jake Paul. That was his end goal. Now since KSI is getting further and further away from Jake Paul, what is his new end goal? Let's start the talk. KSI should be fighting at the start of next year, and I think I know who he will be fighting. Obviously we all thought he was going to be fighting Amir Khan in the Qatar card, but Slim and Gib are headlining the card, and to be fair play to them. That's a really good fight, a really big fight. That in itself is a main event, so I get why KSI won't be headlining that. But after that, in January or February, there should be a card coming up. This fight could still happen in January or February, and if that doesn't happen, then there's one man who comes to my mind. Floyd Money Mayweather. He is fighting anyone he can possibly find at the moment. He fought Logan Paul, he fought Deji, and obviously KSI will want to avenge Deji's loss. How likely is it that this fight's going to happen? Now a lot of people will probably underestimate the power of this fight, but I generally do think KSI Floyd Mayweather could be a potential fight down the line. If Mayweather really wants to fight anyone just to get an easy money day, fight KSI, but I'll tell you one thing, KSI will not take this easy. He will work hard for it, harder than he's ever had to work before, and I don't know if he would win or not, but this is a good time to actually try out something new. What do I mean by that? Well, look at the past of KSI's boxing history. He's fought Logan, he's fought Temper, he's fought Swarms, he's fought Pineda, he fought so many people who just weren't on a good level. Obviously, he fought Tommy Fury. That was the first proper test, and to be honest, the only test KSI's ever had, and he lost against Tommy Fury, but not a lot of people would actually consider that as a loss. KSI Floyd Mayweather, that's a fight, like I said, could potentially happen in the future. That could be his new end goal, but I think KSI has around 3 more fights left in him, and if that's the case, what fights do I think will be happening? I think we're going to first get KSI Amir Khan, then we're going to get KSI Tommy Fury number 2, and if those all go in favour of KSI, bring on KSI vs Jake Paul. That's the whole reason he came back to Influencer Boxing. That's the reason behind Misfits Boxing in general. So if that doesn't happen, I don't know what will happen. But let's say KSI Jake Paul just does not happen. I just see KSI Amir Khan, KSI vs Floyd, and then KSI Tommy rematch. If KSI wins the fight, they will have a trilogy. If he loses it, I think he will retire. Now obviously it is quite frustrating not seeing KSI vs Jake Paul, but we have to be realistic here. That is no longer his end goal at this point. KSI Jake Paul just won't happen. It's too far ahead. Like, I generally do think Jake Paul wants nothing to do with the influencer boxing scene. Fair enough to him. He has been carrying the sport for ages, and as much as you would probably hate to say it, the only reason boxing is big is because of Jake Paul right now. I still remember during COVID, he fought against Ben Askren and he fought Nate Robinson. Those fights, obviously, they weren't the best. He still got the knockouts, but the level of fighters obviously were not as good as he's fighting right now. So there we go. That's the end goal for KSI, the new end goal. Obviously, I'm not KSI himself, so I won't know. But that's my prediction, and I think it's quite a good prediction as to what's going to happen down the future if Jake Paul vs KSI just doesn't happen. I want to know what you guys think, so write down in the comment section below if you think this is a realistic end goal for KSI. Do you actually think this will happen? And do you think Jake Paul vs KSI is going to happen at all down the line, even when they're 40 years old? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a bit of a quick one from me today, but we're going to be posting a lot more down the line, and we've also got another video coming out and another interview coming out. The interview that's coming out next, you guys will be surprised, but it's a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Subscribe, like, do all of that. Road to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate it.